Have you ever wondered how forgiveness could help mend your broken heart? Forgiveness, it's a word that can be so hard to swallow, especially when we're hurting. But I want to share with you today why forgiveness is so crucial in our emotional healing journey. You see, when we hold on to resentment and anger, it's like carrying around a heavy burden that's weighing us down. It's exhausting, and it's preventing us from moving forward. I've been there too, and I know how hard it can be to let go. But I've also learned that forgiveness is not about forgetting what happened or excusing the other person's behavior. It's about releasing the negative emotions that are holding us back and taking back control of our own emotional well-being. As someone who's gone through my own share of heartbreak and pain, I can tell you that forgiveness has been a game changer for me. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. And that's why I want to share this message with you today, in the hope that it can bring you some comfort and healing too. If you're tired of feeling stuck in your pain, if you're ready to break free from the burden of resentment and anger, then I invite you to join me on this journey of forgiveness. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you, it will be worth it. So, where do you start? Well, for me, it began with a conscious decision to let go of the need for revenge or justification. I realized that holding on to those feelings was only hurting me, not the other person. And then, I started small. I forgave the little things, the everyday annoyances that were driving me crazy. And as I did, I started to feel a weight lifting off my shoulders. The next step for me was to practice empathy and understanding. I tried to see things from the other person's perspective, to understand why they might have acted a certain way. And you know what? It's not always easy, but it's powerful. When we can see that the people who hurt us are human beings too, imperfect and flawed just like us, it's harder to stay angry. Forgiveness is a process, and it takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, but with patience, persistence, and self-reflection, it is possible. And I want to encourage you to take that first step today. Start by forgiving someone or something in your life, no matter how small it may seem. One of the most surprising things I've learned on my own journey of forgiveness is how liberating it is. When we let go of all that pent-up emotion, we're free to live our lives without all that baggage holding us back. We're free to love again, to trust again, and to live again. I remember a time when I was stuck in a cycle of anger and resentment, and I thought I'd never be able to forgive. But one day, something shifted inside of me, and I realized that I was ready to let go. It wasn't easy, but I did it, and it changed everything. The freedom I felt was indescribable. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I could finally breathe again. Forgiveness has also helped me to develop a deeper sense of compassion and empathy for others. When we've been through our own struggles and come out the other side, we're more capable of understanding and relating to others who are going through similar struggles. And that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. As I look back on my own journey, I realize that forgiveness has been a key part of my healing process. It's not always easy, and there are still days when I struggle with it. But I know that it's worth it, because on the other side of forgiveness is a life of freedom, peace, and love. One of the biggest challenges we face when it comes to forgiveness is our own fear and pride. We're afraid that if we forgive, we'll be seen as weak or vulnerable. But the truth is, forgiveness takes courage. It takes a willingness to be vulnerable, to be open, and to be honest with ourselves. Another challenge we face is the feeling that forgiveness means forgetting or condoning what happened. But that's not true. Forgiveness is about releasing the negative emotions associated with the event, not about erasing what happened. So, what's holding you back from forgiving? Is it fear, anger, or pride? Whatever it is, I want to encourage you to take a step forward today. Take a deep breath, and let go of just a little bit of that resentment. You might be surprised at how liberating it feels. I remember a pivotal moment in my own journey when forgiveness really started to sink in. It was a moment of surrender, where I finally let go of all my anger and resentment. And in that moment, I felt a peace that I'd never felt before. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I could finally breathe again. That's what I want for you too. I want you to experience that same sense of peace and freedom that comes with forgiveness. It's not always easy, but I promise you, it's worth it. In conclusion, forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. It's a process that takes time, patience, and self-reflection. But I want to leave you with the hope that healing is possible for everyone. Forgiveness can heal your broken heart, and it can set you free. So, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Have you had any experiences with forgiveness that you'd like to share? What challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome them? Let's continue the conversation, and let's support each other on this journey of forgiveness. And if you'd like to hear more insights on how to forgive and heal, be sure to subscribe and check out our other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.